Hello and welcome to Club 4 episode 11 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got hopefully two games for you against Huddersfield and Reading in EFL League 1. But before any of that, I've got a job interview. I'll be back in a moment to show you who that's with. Okay, so as you can see, the team in question is Wolverhampton Wanderers. So the board are apparently pleased I've taken the time to attend. There are a few questions they'd like to ask to see if they're the manager they want to take the club forward. So I'm glad they've given me the chance to talk to them, and let's get down to business. It'd be quite a change for you if you were to leave your current job to come here. Are you confident of handling such a big jump? My body of work proves I deserve an opportunity, or I'm ambitious, I want to work at the highest level and want to be given opportunities such as this one. Go with that. With your team currently defying expectations in the league, are you perhaps looking to take advantage by moving whilst your stock is high? I've done well, but it's time for me to move on and take the next step. Developed a reputation for applying for other jobs while still employed. What's all that about? I will always put my own best interests first. Is it fair to say you haven't done a great job with the media? No, I think I've done okay. Haven't received any complaints. Why have you found it so hard to control your club's finances? I will make them a promise that I will handle things much better. Club will be looking for a candidate capable of performing to competition expectations, something our last manager did not do. Are you confident of handling that better than your predecessor? I will... Right, my record speaks for itself. Would you be comfortable working with Matthew Hobbs, our director of football? Yes. Absolutely, we'll work with him. We understand the importance of having the right backroom team. I won't make any changes at the moment. And in terms of the club vision, the board culture, develop players using the youth system, that's fine. That's an existing objective for me. Make the most of set pieces. Okay. Work within the wage budget. That should be fine at a club like Wolves. 3-year contracts for first team players. 1-year contract for players over 32. And 2-year contracts for players over 30. I think that's absolutely fine. They want me to become an established championship team this season. Competitive in both cups, grow the reputation, and continue growing the reputation, develop the youth system, and eventually become an established Premier League team. So yeah, that's absolutely something I can get behind. Top half finish, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So we'll agree with that. Transfer budget of 61 million is on offer should you get the job. That's realistic, that's fine. Wage budget of 2.1 million. Yep, we'll go with that. And I don't have anything else to ask, so I'll be back in a moment, either with the first match of the episode, or if they get back to me before that, then it will be the outcome of the Wolves interview. I'll talk to you again in a moment. Okay, time now for the first match of the episode and a home game against Huddersfield in League 1. And the team for this one, Isted in goal, back four of Matthews, Sass Davis, O'Riordan and Ben, Harrison behind Akinola and O'Connor in midfield, Holicek and Hardy on the wings, and Wakeling up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant manager wants us to make full use of home advantage, go out there and get a result. No, I'm going to disagree with him, and I'm going to say fans turn up through thick and thin, remember that. So let's pump the fists and go with that, and let's get out there and do it. So we'll kick the game off. And we are looking for a bit of an upset, given that Huddersfield are in the playoffs. But it's Crewe on the attack to start with, although we've given it away. It's cleared, but Ben's won it back. Harrison to O'Riordan. Ben on the right-hand side, driving forward. Gets past his man. Can he get the cross in? Pulls it back to Harrison. Square to Akinola. Harrison to Ben, who's beaten his man. Gets the cross in, and the shot is saved, but it's offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. And we're doing well at the start, so let's encourage and see if we can get another attack going. Akinola, Sass Davis into Harrison, back to Sass Davis, finds O'Riordan, plays it into O'Connor. Driving forward, O'Connor with the shot, and the keeper's got something on that. It's a corner. Looks like a short corner. Harrison gives it back to the taker. It's a far post header, and the keeper's made a good save, and the highlight comes to an end. We are absolutely enjoying the game so far. Matthews, the left back, to Sass Davis. Square ball to O'Riordan. Finds Harrison to Akinola. Back to Sass Davis. We need to get out of our own half here, otherwise we're going to get boxed in. Matthews to Holicek. He's on the attack but has been briefly held up. Finds Harrison to Wakeling. O'Riordan to O'Connor. Back to O'Riordan. Finds Harrison to Sass Davis. Defence has pushed up to almost halfway. Matthews to Akinola. Matthews down the line for Holicek, who shoots, and Matas Holicek has scored an absolute screamer, and it is Crewe Alexandra 1, Huddersfield Town 0. We've played 19 minutes. And we should be appearing at the bottom of the screen very shortly on the league table, I would think. In fact, we're way up. We're not even at the bottom of the screen. We are up in about 15th. So that is really, really encouraging. And Harrison plays it back to Eisted, who goes long down the middle. And we win the ball after a bit of ping pong in midfield. Back to Matthews, looking for a crossing opportunity, fires it in, and Wakeling applies the finish, and that is Crewe Alexandra 2, Huddersfield Town 0. So great start. We've played 33 minutes. We're 2 up. We're up to 15th in the table, and all is looking good at the moment. So can we hold on to a 2-0 for half time and hopefully not need to make any changes at the break? It's played into Hardy, pulls it back to Harrison. Ben clips it to the far post. Pears is out to grab hold of that one though. And Ainsley Pears is surely going to launch this. He doesn't. He bowls it short to Brunt. Finds Gallagher into Cornet, who plays it to Wiles. Out to the right hand side for Furlong. His cross is buried by Ben Wiles. So that's 2-1. And it's game back in the balance again at half time. So let's get straight into the dressing room. Doing well. We can definitely find another gear. And now I think Sass Davis for Sam Long possibly, or Joe Johnson. Billy Sass Davis. We'll go Joe Johnson, why not? And also Callum Hardy for Kieran McSween. And let's get out there for the second half. Let's encourage. And let's see if we can see this through to a win. Would only be our 5th win of the season, but for a side that was tipped to be battling relegation, we're doing okay. We're well above the 1 point per game ratio at the moment. Right, Ben's picked up an injury, so we're going to need to bring on a right back. That's going to be Sam Long. As Wiles plays it in, Kumas's shot is blocked by Johnson. McSween's flick on, and the highlight comes to an end. So into the last 20 minutes, Akinola is shattered. Taberner will come on for him. And approaching 15 minutes to go, Latibodier into Redoni. Plays it to Samuels Smith. Wiles with the shot. Eisted with the save. And it's a corner. It's Redoni with a left-footed in-swinger to the near post. That's headed away by Johnson. Kumas to Redoni. Johnson wins it back. Highlight comes to an end. And we'll pause it there. 1, 2, 3, 4 changes made. Let's try and get Matthews off the left back if we can. We can't, so we'll do Harrison for Alex Mowat instead. And that will be the final change with 10 minutes to go. With about 5 minutes to go, we'll go attacking. So we'll do that now. Just slightly later than originally planned. Matthews cross. McSween brings it down. Keeps it in. Finds Long. And the keeper's grabbed his cross comfortably in the end. It's bowled out to Zach Orr, who finds Redoni. His crossfield ball finds Dembele. Brunt to Dembele, back to Brunt. Furlong plays it into Gallagher, but we've won it back. Holicek to Wakeling, back to Mowat. Mowat's ball forward for Wakeling. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper, and Jacob Wakeling makes it 3-1 on 89 minutes, and surely wraps up the win for Crewe Alexandra against Huddersfield Town and denies them the chance to go back into the playoff positions. We've got 1 minute of stoppage time remaining of the 7 that were indicated, and the Huddersfield Town shot goes wide. That should be that. So Eisted's goal kick. Taberner loses out in the air, but Mowat's won it back. O'Connor to McSween. Holds it up, finds Long. O'Riordan into Taberner. Finds Matthews on the left-hand side. Pulls it back to Taberner. Into the area for Holicek. Wakeling shot. Holicek follows up. And it's cleared as far as Mowat. Back to O'Riordan. The attack continues. In our own half now, though. Johnson, looking for support, goes all the way back to Eisted. But we start again. But that's the full-time whistle. Crewe Alexandra 3, Huddersfield Town 1. And I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, well, slight change of plan in that on the morning of the Reading game, Wolves have come back to me and they've offered me the job. They're offering me £9,000 a week, a transfer budget of 61 million and a wage budget of 2.1 million a week. And all they want is me to keep control of the wage budget, keep the director of football, and establish them in the Championship. That should be a minimum requirement for a club the size of Wolves. So let's go and negotiate that with them. See if we can push them up to £10,000. Let's see what I'm currently on. I'm currently on £1,000 a week. So let's reset that to 9. See if I can get them to multiply my wage by 10. And they have absolutely agreed to that. So we are going to be the new manager of Wolves. So let's finalise that, and I'll be back with the official announcement and the conclusion to the episode in just a moment. Okay, here it is then. Breaking news from teamtalk.com. In a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, Jamie Sheehan has left Crewe to join Wolves. Sheehan, who famously knocked Burnley out of the EFL Cup in August, will no doubt be hoping to provide similarly memorable moments in stepping up to a bigger club. Sheehan will face pressure to bring immediate success to Molineux, having stepped up from his previous standing to take sole charge, and will need to hit the ground running if he's to win over those who believe his appointment is a questionable decision. Mark van Bommel was considered to be the favourite for the job, but it's unclear whether the club favoured Sheehan all along. Crewe will now be looking for a new manager. Wolves have been disappointing in the Championship so far this season, find themselves in 14th place. So that's the announcement. And I'll be back in a moment to introduce you to Wolves. Okay, here is a quick overview of Wolves then, beginning with their best 11. So Jose Sarr, the goalkeeper, Aït-Nouri, Teze, Mosquera and Thiago Santos making up the back four. João Gomez at the base of midfield, Aronson and Gore ahead of him. Guedes on the left wing, Gonzalez on the right and Kalajic up front, and the key player is Jordan Teze. Squad personalities determined, which is quite nice. Hot prospect Montes, who doesn't feature in the best 11. Key player Teze, and top goal scorer Kalajic, which is my striker, so that's good. Top earner is Adarabioyo, who isn't in the best 11, so that might need looking at. So let's hit next and continue. So confirming the board culture, develop players using the youth system, make the most of set pieces, work within the wage budget, 3-year contracts for first team players, 1 year for players over the age of 32, 2 years for players over 30, competitive in the FA Cup and the EFL Cup, top half of the Championship, grow the reputation of the club, work towards developing the youth system, and next season grow the reputation, develop the best youth system. My contract is up, and work towards becoming an established Premier League team. So that's interesting. So they are expecting me to get promoted, it seems. So moving on from that, that's all the inductions, so I'll arrange for those to be sent today and we can deal with those off camera. And yes, I want a press conference, and I'll meet the backroom staff as infrequently as possible. So that confirms everything in terms of my arrival at the club, and I'll be back in a moment to round off the episode and tell you what's coming up on the next one. Okay, so let's take a look at the league table, and as you can see, we arrive at Wolves with them on 19 points from 14 matches, so they're 5 points above the relegation zone, with the top place in that occupied by Charlton Athletic, but they're also only 4 points off the playoffs and only 5 points behind second place Crystal Palace. So plenty of reason to believe we can climb the table, and indeed we're in good form at the moment. So I don't anticipate making massive amounts of changes to the current starting lineup. So in terms of what's coming up on the next episode, I'll show you the first 2 games in charge. Away to Rotherham and at home to Blackpool. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.